Hey guys, Janine here, and in today's video we'll be talking about the Pythagorean Theorem. So the Pythagorean Theorem only applies to right triangles, and what it says is that if we take the square of the two legs of the right triangle and we add those up, it is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. So essentially what this means is that if we know any two sides of a right triangle, we can solve for the third side. So another really important thing to know how to do is to be able to identify the different sides of a right triangle. So let's make sure we know how to do that. So first let's go over how to identify where our hypotenuse is. So the first step is always to locate where our right angle is first. So here in this triangle, that's over here. And that is because our hypotenuse is always the side that is opposite the right angle. So that is right here. And that is the longest side of our triangle. And then the other two sides, which are our two shorter sides, are our legs. So let's apply the Pythagorean theorem and find some missing sides. So let's take a look at our first example. So here we have a right triangle, and we are given the values of the two legs of the triangle, but we don't know what the hypotenuse is. And this sounds like a perfect opportunity to use the Pythagorean theorem because we have a right triangle and we know two of the sides of the right triangle. So let's recall what the Pythagorean theorem tells us. So Pythagorean theorem tells us that if we take the square of the two legs of right triangle and we add them up, it is equal to the square of our hypotenuse. So let's plug in our numbers and see what we end up with. So first let's add the squares of our two legs. So that gives us 4 squared plus 3 squared. And let's set that equal to the square of our hypotenuse, which is x squared. So from here we are going to want to simplify. So 4 squared gives us 16, 3 squared gives us 9. And we'll add those up and set it equal to x squared. And then from here, 16 plus 9 is equal to 25. And we're going to set that equal to x squared. And then we get our final answer, which is 5. So let's take a look at another example. So here we have another right triangle. And we do know what the hypotenuse is and what one of the legs is, but we don't know what the other leg is. So we're going to solve for that, and so let's apply our Pythagorean theorem. So our Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. So let's plug in our values. So first let's plug in the values for a and b, which are our legs. So we have 5 and x, so let's plug those in. So we get 5 squared plus x squared is equal to 13 squared. So from here we are going to want to simplify this a little bit. So 5 squared is equal to 25. So this becomes 25 plus x squared, and then 13 squared is equal to 169. And then from here we are going to want to isolate the x squared. So we're going to do that by subtracting both sides by 25. And then these two cancel, and then we end up with x squared is equal to 169 minus 25, which is 144. And then from here, we are going to take the square root of both sides, and we are going to get x is equal to 12, and so that is our final answer. So that's the value of this leg right here. And that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comments down below. And happy studying! I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!